So the first card you have for your past is the Empress. I love this beautiful, nurturing woman. She's so loving and beautiful. So you had, yeah, you actually had a lot of love around you, a lot of love around you. You had a lot of people caring for you at this time. Now, I'm seeing that maybe this love wasn't coming from a traditional source. It probably wasn't coming from, you know, a relationship or a family or anything like that. I am feeling a lot of support. You had a lot of support around you. It might have been through phone calls, or it might have been through texts or something like that. Because I keep on seeing far away but close, far away but close. So you might have been physically far away from someone, or maybe a group of people, maybe more than one person. I am seeing quite a lot of people actually, but you're emotionally close to them. Not in a romantic way, but in a kind of a supportive way. You had people supporting you, and you had people caring about you. I keep on seeing that in this card. You could have been thinking that you didn't have a lot of support around you, or that you know, or a lot of people around you. Now, maybe you didn't have a lot of people around you, but you did have a lot of people around you who weren't physically around you. They might have been calling you, they might have been texting you, they might have been talking to you that way, remotely or something like that. A lot of people cared about you at this time. I'm feeling some loneliness. I am feeling loneliness around this card, or some kind of an alone feeling. But so you might not have realised how much support you actually had around you. Maybe you knew in your mind, but maybe you weren't feeling it in your heart so much. You had a lot of anxiety around you at this time as well. So maybe the anxiety was kind of taking place of feeling kind of grateful and happy to have all of these people around you. But I'm seeing that, you know, you will feel this soon. You will recognise this soon if you haven't already, because this is in the past. And I keep on seeing these lonely feelings that are going to change if they haven't already. I keep on seeing that in this card. So the next card you have for your past is the Chariot. Okay, so I hope this is going to make sense. I'm getting a kind of strange feeling around this card. So I'm actually seeing someone who you hadn't spoken to for a long time, or something like that. Now, excuse me, you're quite upset with this person. You had for some reason, you had some problem with them. They'd done something to you. They'd hurt you. Excuse me. Sorry about that if you're wearing headphones. I just got a cough. So, yes, someone hurt you, someone upset you, someone did something to make you unhappy, and you hadn't heard from this person for a long time, I'm seeing. Now, you had your guard up. The Chariot can be about barriers, and your feelings were a little bit mixed about this. That's why I'm getting a bit of a strange feeling around this, because I'm seeing that I don't think this person realised how serious whatever they did to you was. They might have tried to communicate with you again, but maybe they were being very casual. They weren't realizing how hurt you were or how important this was to you. I'm seeing you expecting, at least an apology or something like that, but maybe they came back to you and they said something like, hey, or they messaged, hey. And, maybe you said, hey, what's hey? You could have been thinking, who do they think they are? Hey, I expect at least an apology or at least something. Come on, I deserve much better than that. It's that kind of feeling I'm seeing. They might have not said hey, but it might have been something a bit silly, something casual, something that wasn't heartfelt, that they weren't understanding the seriousness of this situation. So, yeah, this is why this is a little bit mixed and a little bit confusing, because I'm seeing that a part of you actually did miss them. So part of you wanted to move on, like this Chariot, and protect yourself, like the man in this Chariot, but your feelings were your feelings. You still had these feelings that you really did miss this person. Now, you can't just turn off your feelings like a tap, even if we want to turn them off. Now, I really wish we could. I so wish there were times where I could just turn my feelings off. Wouldn't that be amazing? But that didn't happen at this time. You still felt the way you were feeling, but you were very angry. You were very upset with this person. So the last card you have for your past is the Seven of Swords. So yes, you could have felt even a bit used by this person, or maybe that they made you look like a bit of a fool for some reason. You're very unhappy with them. it's not wise to try and make an Aries look like a fool. It really is not. So, you'd never let this person, I'm saying you'd never let this person know that you were missing them. You wouldn't say that to them. You would never say that to them. But that's how you were feeling. Your feelings are your feelings. That's how it is. The first card you have for your present is the Four of Pentacles. So yes, again, this man's kind of hugging this to himself. He's protecting his heart. So you're still keeping your feelings to yourself around this person. I can see why, because they really did treat you quite badly. And you're a really soft-hearted person, actually, deep down. A lot of people don't realize that. They don't see that. But actually you are. And you feel things very, very deeply, extremely deeply, a lot deeper than a lot of other people. You really, really do. I can see that. I'm also seeing this card quite literally. Yeah, not that you're sitting down with a coin on your head. I hope you're not, but that's not what I mean. I mean that you're probably worried about, or you probably are, this is in the present, so you're worried about money at this time. You do have some extra expenses. You do have some extra things that you have to pay for at this time, but I'm not seeing anything that you can't handle. There's nothing that you can't cover. You're actually in a much better financial position than you realise. This is probably some old anxieties about not having enough driving these feelings. Because I'm seeing that in the past there were times where you didn't have enough. You didn't have enough money. You couldn't cover everything you needed to. You might have even had to borrow things from people. Or you might have felt really bad that you kind of couldn't cover everything you had. And there was this feeling of not enough, not quite making it, not quite having enough, and feeling not quite good enough. That's what that kind of feels like. So it might be, so every time you kind of have extra expenses or extra things you have to pay for, this anxiety comes up with you again, feeling like, oh, I might not have enough, even when you do. Now, you're always going to have that feeling. Now, I'm seeing in the future you're going to be very successful financially, probably more than you are now. But just you're going to have these anxiety feelings, these anxious feelings are going to come up when you have to pay a lot for things. I think it's always going to be a thing with you. But I could see that, even though you're anxious, whatever you're feeling around this, you do have enough. You can cover what you need to. You are going to have extra expenses or extra things to pay for or whatever at this time than you usually do. But you can cover them. You can cover them. Try to relax with this. I can say that, but I know that you probably won't. I'm not seeing any big money problems at all. I'm really not. That's what I can see there. So the next card you have, your present, is Judgment. So this card can be about, facing reality, facing your past. It can be about being judged. It can be about not going backwards, only going forward, facing up to things. I'm seeing that, what I'm seeing is this great big huge trumpet or this horn, and it's calling out. Okay, I hope this doesn't sound strange. This is what I'm seeing. Yes, I'm crazy, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. So you're hearing a calling. You're hearing a great big loud calling to go in a certain direction in your life. This is almost like a divine calling. That sounds really strange, but this is what I'm seeing. You're driven to do something, you're driven to go down a path. Nobody can stop you going down this path, not even your own feelings. And you do have feelings of anxiety around this. You absolutely do, but that's not going to stop you doing it. You have had a lot of uneasy feelings around this. I'm seeing this. You probably still do at this time. Part of this anxiety could be around money, which is what I was seeing in the Four of Pentacles, but you don't have to worry about that. You probably will anyway, as I was seeing. But yes, what I'm seeing is, look at how big this trumpet is, or this horn is in this card. Look at this woman. She's standing there. She has her arms out. The horn's as big as her face. It's bigger than her face, and it's right in her face. Look at that. This calling, this divine calling, is right in your face. It's loud, it's big, it's huge. You cannot do anything about this. You can't go backwards. You can't ignore it. It's so loud. It's like a great big horn is in your face, blaring into your face. There is nothing you can do to ignore it. You cannot go sideways, you can't go backwards, you can't run away, you can't stick your head under a pillow. It is loud, and you're going to follow it. You're going to follow it. You absolutely cannot ignore this. The Judgment card is about not going back. You cannot go back. You're on the right path. I can see that. I can see that there might still be people telling you that you're on the wrong path. You know you're on the right path. And look at the people on this card. The other thing I'm seeing is, if you look at these people, they're coming out of their boxes. Now, the Judgment card can be about, death, or, seeing your whole life before your eyes, before death, that kind of thing. And some people see these people as coming out of coffins. What I'm seeing is, before you went on this path, before you answered this divine calling of what you had to do, you felt like you're in a box. You felt like you're in a coffin. You were locked. You were dark. You couldn't come out. Now, with this calling, now that you're following this, you're out of your box. You're coming out. This is you. You're not restricted anymore. You're following what you want to do. Now, it's scary. You're anxious. There are a lot of problems around this, but this is the right thing. You're doing what you want. You know this is the right thing. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the last card you have for your present is the Three of Pentacles. So yes, this can be about working with people, helping other people. Sometimes you get along when you work with other people. Sometimes you don't. I don't like working with a lot of other people. That's just my personal thing. I'm seeing this card could be a reminder for you. This is a reminder that, there are some people who are against whatever you're doing with this calling, with this thing that you're on, this path you're on. But there are also some people who really care for you. There are also some people who really do want to help you, and they can help you. They have the ability, they have the mindset, they have the skill set to be able to help you. I'm seeing one specific person who has a lot of experience. They have a lot of knowledge in something to do with this path that you're on, and something around this. This is telling you not to try to do things by yourself. Especially listen to whoever this is, listen to this person's advice. I'm actually seeing that you're going to learn a lot from this person. They learn a lot from you as well, but you have more to learn from them. That's what I'm seeing. So if they give you advice, please listen to it. This person's on your side. They agree with you being on this path. They're not against you. They have practical help for you. They have other kinds of help for you. Please listen to this person. That's what I'm seeing in the Three of Pentacles. So the first card you have, your future, is the Ten of Swords. Yes, nobody likes this card. Unless you're a murderer. I shouldn't say that. So yes, I think this is another message to you. This is telling you to let this person who really hurt you go. Let them go. Let them go. They're not going to, if you do come and talk to them again, this is what I'm seeing. They don't understand you. They don't understand how seriously they hurt you. They don't understand what they did. They can only see things from their perspective. They can't see things from your perspective. So if you do come back to this person again, even though you do miss them, I know that, so it might be tempting to go back and talk to them again. If you talk to them again, this is a fight to the death. Not literally, you're not going to die, but you're going to be fighting. This is going to open up a fight if you talk to them again. They're not going to understand your position. You're going to be frustrated with them. You're going to have a big argument. You're going to thrash things out. You're going to go on and on and on. And it might make you really angry with him. You're not going to miss them anymore after this if this happens. But it's not worth it. It's not worth going back and arguing. It's not worth going back and fighting. If you do this, you're both going to end up feeling worse. You're going to end up on the floor, exhausted and tired and stabbed, and there's no point in feeling like this. And you don't want to make yourself exhausted because you are on this path. You want to save your energy for yourself, for where you want to go, for what you want to do. This is big. This is bigger than having an argument with this person. Just let them go. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have, your future, is the Seven of Pentacles. So yes, again, this is telling me a similar thing. This person isn't going to be taking things very seriously. Things are one-sided in this. I'm seeing that, they can only see their side. They can't see your side. They're never going to do that. They're never going to understand how seriously they hurt you. So there's no point. It's just going to frustrate you. I'm also seeing that, you're going to be working on something that's very important to you. Now, I'm seeing that you've been working on whatever this is for a long, long time. Now you're going to go down this path. It's going to be a big path for you. There's something very rewarding at the end of it, and not right at the end. It's going to be very rewarding as you go down this path as well. Now, you've been working on this other thing, a separate thing from this, for a long, long time. It's very important to you, and it's very personally important to you. Please don't drop this when you get success as you go along this path. Don't drop the old thing. It's going to be useful for you in future, not just for work, not just for practical reasons, but for your own personal reasons. You get a lot of personal fulfillment out of whatever this is. Extreme personal fulfillment. It's a big part of who you are, actually. Please realize this when you go down this path. Don't drop this, whatever this thing is. I hope this makes sense to you. The last card you have for your future is the Queen of Wands. So yes, I'm feeling I'm seeing that you're going to be feeling a lot more optimistic at this time. I'm seeing a lot more energy. You're going to have a lot more energy. And I'm seeing that this person in the Three of Pentacles is going to help you to feel a lot more positive and a lot calmer, a lot less anxious, all of that kind of thing. Because this person, while they're going to help you with your practical things or whatever you need to do, they're also going to help you emotionally. And they're also a very kind person. And I'm seeing that they help a lot of other people as well, not just practically, but emotionally. So they're the perfect person to help you. They're going to they're going to help you to calm a lot of your anxieties. They're going to give you a lot of perspective on things in your life. And this is a very key person in your life. So please, again, as I was seeing in the Three of Pentacles, listen to this person, listen to what they have to say, even if they say something and you think to yourself, I don't agree with that. Just listen anyway. You might not agree with it now, but it might help you at some time in your future. Just listen. Just keep an open mind, please. That's what I'm seeing. But this is a very positive person. And this is a very positive reading.